Hi there. Wanted to continually share this post and these posts as life lessons that can be taken at any moment when we decide to show up and actually be reminded of how powerful it is when we can be our own teachers. And these practices of mindfulness meditation are near and dear to my heart because they have helped in so many ways. And the intention of sharing this information with you is to empower you as well during times of overwhelm, which I think we're all experiencing. As an educator, if you're a parent, if you are in the population that is highly impacted or could be affected because of your age bracket, children, we're all in this together, and it's important for us to be able to help each other through this process. And so today's life lesson is about our nervous system, and I'm reminded of how important it is when we actually understand what's going on. Knowledge is empowering, and when we know, that can help ease a little bit of the uncertainty. So today, 3 things. Why our physiological response happens. How we relate to stress. It's a body physiological reaction. 2, what happens to us during this state, our mind-body more so disconnect. And then 3, how we can soothe our own nervous systems that are here to not only protect us, but to offer us a sense of self-care. So this is a glitter jar, and it is, let's use this as the metaphor for our brains, our minds. Okay, so we have this glitter jar, as you can see, up close and personal. We have a glitter jar. And we have this mind, and right now the mind is still and calm. It's, things are clear. I can see you. And everything that's inside this mind are the thoughts that have been settled. Our body is designed to respond to stress and protect ourselves. It's a physiological response, as I mentioned. And when we, back in the day, we were fending for our lives. It was either, we were going to get eaten or had to figure out, how to defend off our predators because we were trying to find a way to live. And now we're trying to fend off this coronavirus. And of course, it evokes a state of fear. And what happens when we're in that fear state, our bodies react. Our blood pressure increases, our anxiety rises, the blood flow is streaming out to the extremities so we can move. Our digestion shuts down, immunity decreases. Everything kind of goes hijack haywire because we're on high alert. Similarly, we lose access to being able to create this sense of calm. All of these little specks of crystals are our thoughts, okay? So when we are in a state of panic, our thoughts are all over the map. And it's not even panic, overwhelm, but this is kind of our everyday. Think about everything that we're having to adjust and creates a new normal right now. From a schedule, your kids' school, teachers, your life, managing staying at home, your partner, are you driving each other crazy? What about the loved one that you have to talk to and through the window because you can't have human-to-human contact? We're here, it's continuous. The moment the screen information hits our eyes and our brains, we're trying to process and we don't have the answers. We get caught in the storm, and when our thoughts are in this state of jumble, so is our bodies, our nerves, anxiety levels are all over the place. But the moment that we can allow ourselves to notice, become aware that we're in a place of distress, and connect to our body through our sensory system, our noticing our breath rate, noticing the anxiety, through it might be the breath, it might be any use of our senses, whether it's through our sight and just finding something to focus on, a color, a shape, or perhaps a sound you hear. Perhaps it's a feeling of touch that you can sit and start to notice. Right? We take the storm, the focus out of the storm, and we actually can evoke a way to settle ourselves down. And so this is a practice where it's a 3-2-1 practice, just like a 3-2-1 countdown. And this 3-2-1 is wherever you are. I'm going to invite you, if you're standing, if you're seated, what are 3 different types of shapes that you can see in your surroundings? Just noticing and looking at shapes. And name them to yourself. And then 2, you might want to close your eyes or not. And what are 2 things that you can now hear? If you choose, leave your eyes closed, just to help that inward focus. What is one thing that you can feel your body coming into contact with? And then from that point of contact, perhaps closing your eyes if they're not, and just noticing the contact of the eyelids touching. The point of contact of the breath, the air touching and connecting with your nostrils. The contact point of the chest rising as you breathe against the clothing. And perhaps a sensation of your shoulders moving or your belly rising. Or perhaps the ability to release contact of a clenched jaw. And just allowing for the breath, perhaps taking a deeper breath, just noticing the capacity the body can hold. And then from that breath, inviting you to take your palm of your hand and place it on top of your heart in your chest as a direct and immediate way to calm our nervous system with soothing touch and warmth in the tone of just listening to my voice, or perhaps a hum that you might want to bring into your own, or your own soft voice. And here, just calling upon just something that can actually bring a smile to your face, not just something, perhaps someone. Maybe it's an experience you've recently had with a person or a loved one that's far away, or perhaps someone that's enduring a pretty tough time right now. But can you breathe right into the very center of your heart? And just staying connected to that sense of touch and warmth. And together, as a place of common humanity, can we maybe take a breath together? So exhale all of your breath away. And take a fuller breath in, right in the very center of your heart. And then take a deep breath and let it all the way out. Encouraging you to keep this breath practice active to help soothe a sense of overwhelm, anxiety, and uncertainty that we all are experiencing. And then bring your chin down towards your chest and offer this sense of courage, of saying congratulations, just thank you, self, thank you, heart, for stepping up, for being here for my own self, So in order when we can be here for ourselves, it really means that we can be here for each other. And whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes and lift your gaze. So from my heart to yours, let's all find a way to release some of the fury of our glitter jars and invite the sense of overwhelm, anxiety, uncertainty to ease, because we have the tool. It's just a matter of choosing to access it. And we have the skills. We're empowered. So inviting you to play with this and share and love a little more. Love feels better than fear. And worry is a virus that will spread much faster than COVID-19. Good luck, friends.